All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. Rookie minicamp is freaking here. Let's go. Let's go. David Bailey, VJ freaking Payne, Cade Klubnik, right? The squad, D'Angelo Ponce, all of them. Kenyon Sadiq, Omar, all these guys will be at the New York Jets facility. And I'm excited. And look, it's rookie minicamp. It's not like pads are on and these guys are flying around hitting and stuff like that. Really, rookie minicamp is all about installation, right? You're installing your offense and defense to these rookies, and you're hoping that they grow and can pick up the system quickly. That's always the hope. It doesn't always happen, but that from a coaching perspective, you want to see these guys adapt, grow mentally more than anything in this couple day period here. But of course, it goes a lot further than just installing the systems, giving the playbooks out to the rookies and calling it a day, right? Obviously, there is a ton of conditioning work. It's really the true first experience, not necessarily the first time they're meeting, but the first hands-on experience that these positional coaches have with these new draft picks, right? Carl Dunbar working directly with David Bailey, in not hypothetical, if you're on the board and this and that. No, it's you're a Jet, I'm a Jet, let's freaking go to work. So it's a ton of the conditioning. It's working on alignments, envisioning how this player is going to fit inside the defense. Lots of film study, tons and tons of meetings in the rookie minicamp phase, right? Both offensively and defensively. We're going to, yes, of course, install both systems, but we're also going to call back to previous. I'm sure Frank Reich is going to be looking at old Carolina tape, old Indianapolis tape, old Philadelphia tape, installing his concepts to guys like Kenyon Sadiq and Omar Cooper. I'm sure Carl Dunbar and Brian Duker, Aaron Glenn, right? These guys are going to be bringing up Pittsburgh Steelers tape. They're going to be bringing up Miami Dolphins tape from last season. Aaron Glenn, right? He has a long backlog of defense or defenses and defensive systems. He's been around some pretty interesting defensive minds throughout the years. Dennis Allen being one. There's been a lot of guys that Aaron Glenn has learned from with all the different connections, of course, both as a coach and a player. So there's a ton of value in rookie minicamp here. But I think for me, yes, of course, right, come out of minicamp unscathed with injuries and stuff, that of course would be everybody's worst nightmare. Somebody gets hurt, and we have seen that before. I do think it's important to not run these guys into the ground. You think about Dante Fowler with the Jaguars, and he get hurt. I think he missed I think he tore his ACL on like day 1 or day 2 of rookie minicamp. So obviously take it easy here. There's really, for me at least, I understand the urgency and wanting to get these guys better on field, but for months, these players have been working to maybe bolster or upgrade their athletic testing. It's 40-yard practice. It's going through the script at the pro day. It's how can we maximize these combine or pro day athletic numbers, the testing, if you will. It hasn't necessarily been all 100% about football. So when you jump immediately 100%, foot slam down on the gas pedal into all football stuff, and you're going at a higher, clip with NFL coaching. And also, if you're a rookie, you want to put out a good display and really make a good first impression. So these guys are going to be going 110%. I think it's the coaching staff's responsibility here to, dial things back when needed. I do think there is value in that. But a couple of storylines, of course, right? Again, coming through with no injuries, that's the main goal. But I'm really excited to see if there's any reports surrounding Cade Klubnik and him picking up the offense effectively. He seems totally upbeat, loves football. And it seemed like, again, based off the draft positioning, based off of how the Jets maneuvered to go out and draft Cade Klubnik with the trade up, they really wanted him. Musgrave, Frank Reich, Aaron Glenn, Darren, it seems like there was a full court press. We got to go get this guy now. Now, day 3, we got to make a move up for Cade Klubnik. But I'm also interested to see how Will Ferrin does, right? He was the UDFA kicker that was brought in, and kicker right now is kind of a open-ended, who knows who's going to be the starting kicker. It could be Cade York, who we did sign, but that's not a for sure thing. But Farron has played in a ton of games. 49 career games for Will Farron at BYU. 122 out of 123 extra points in his career. Okay, 58 field goals out of 71. 5 out of 8 from 50 plus yards. Right? Will Farron has a lot of experience here. I think he's a mentally strong kicker. I hope he's a mentally strong kicker. I'm excited to see how he does, because there is definitely a world where he can win this kicking job. And, I don't know if it's just something weird with the NFL, but it just feels like the kicker is such an important position, but it's almost like if you suggest, hey, can we upgrade this spot, or can we bring this really good player back, you're like laughed at or like looked down upon. Why? Why is that the case? So for me, those are the top 2 storylines. Of course, we're going to have a bunch of UDFAs working out too. And some guys I'm really, really excited about, right? DT Sheffield from North Texas and Rutgers. Blackshire, right? Former Alabama inside linebacker. Of course, moved over to UTSA, Texas San Antonio, past couple of seasons. I'm excited to see, because from a physical standpoint, he checks a lot of boxes. Had over 20 appearances for Alabama, not including any of the appearances the past 2 seasons for the Roadrunners. And that third linebacker spot kind of feels a little open as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Again, rookie minicamp kicks off today. Let's freaking go. One step closer to training camp and getting the season going. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.